Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Theater Appreciation under some very different and strange circumstances. This is actually my second attempt at recording this video. Hopefully it is not a long video. I just want to bring you through Blackboard. I want to bring you through just pick up where we left off with the Asian theater lecture. I know we had just talked about no theater, and I want to move on to kabuki and bunraku, and that is just what I hope to do for this first video. And I hope all of you, by the way, are staying safe and healthy and able to quarantine and social distance and everything. And hopefully this doesn't last too long. But obviously, the remainder of this course will be very different, and I'll still be figuring out along with you. So please do not hesitate to ask me any questions throughout this process. So I'm just going to share my screen with you here, and we're just going to go through Blackboard just a little bit. And obviously you can ask me any questions that you have at another point here. I'm just going to minimize myself. All right. So, all right, Blackboard. So what we have here is I've organized everything by week. So we have week 10, we're already in week 10, Monday, March the 30th to April the 5th. And we're gonna have, and every week is gonna go from Monday through Sunday. All right, so for instance, in week 10, we have reading and resources, and there's actually not anything in there. But activities to complete, you're going to find where you can upload your IRs. So here you'll see for this week 10 here, we have both Snow in Midsummer and Tartuffe. Those IRs are due. And the way that you upload those is you click on it. You can click Browse My Computer. That will bring you to your files. And then you can click Submit there once you've selected that file. And you can do the same thing for this one, obviously. Okay, so all of your IR assignments are going to be within these folders. Also, the next week 11, we're going to be reading The Rover when we talk about English restoration. So this PDF for The Rover is going to be right here, okay? Because that is not in your Norton books. Every other play that we're going to be reading is going to be in your Norton anthology books, but that's the only exception. So so everyone should have received all the revised schedule as well as the revised guest teacher guidelines. If you have not received that, please contact me. So the guest teacher presentations, obviously since we cannot present face-to-face anymore, they're going to be through the discussion board. So you're going to do that by creating a forum. You're going to be titling your forum, which I detailed in the guest teacher guidelines. And then you're going to be just simply uploading it. So you'll do everything within this little box here. All right, so just to go through that here with you for just a moment, let me go through the guest teacher guidelines. So that's going to be sort of a two-part assignment now that we're not doing the critical review. Obviously, since we can't see the play at Rowan and we can't write a review on it, I'm going to make this assignment now sort of two parts. I'm going to make it both for the person that's presenting as well as the rest of the class to participate in. So like usual, you're going to be, so this is all going to be through the discussion board. You're going to be titling it. It's going to be it's going to say guest teacher. It's going to say the name of play, and it's going to say your name. So you're going to give us a brief biography, you're going to present your IR, and then you're going to prepare two of those open-ended discussion questions. And this is all going to be within that box, within that forum. For the rest of the class, you're going to be commenting on at least one question for the presenter's IR. Again, this is not just I like this or this was good. If you liked it, then why? If it was good, then why? And pay close attention to something that the presenter wrote that you had not thought of or included in your own IR. And that's the point of this. Provide an answer to one of the presenter's discussion questions. Please do not copy your other classmates' answers. It's really important. Please try to make your work original. So that's what you're doing. You're going to be commenting on one of the IR elements there, so 1, 2, or 3, You're also going to be commenting on you're going to be answering, replying to one of their discussion questions. And all responses to guest teacher presentations should be completed by the end of that particular week. Okay. So next, I just want to finish talking about Asian theater a little bit. So we talked about No theater, and that was a form, it was a Japanese theatrical form that was very much focused on war and warriors and supernatural events. Now here with Kabuki, we see this has actually lasted. This has been a really enduring form in Japan, and it's probably one of the most well-known, arguably. But it was committed to an ever-changing repertoire of plays. Each company had a team of professional playwrights. They relied on dance, music, elaborate vocal effects, similar to No, obviously. Kabuki is still one of the most popular forms of Asian theater, and the reason for this is very important to remember, is that it's still popular because it deals with the joys and sorrows of common people. It blends tragedy, comedy, realism, and romanticism into one performance. I do urge you to watch this Crash Course Theater video here, at the bottom of the screen, and that will show you a bit more, give you a bit more of the details about Kabuki. Now, Bunraku, the easy way to distinguish Bunraku from Kabuki is simply because it was puppet theater. Puppets were controlled by men dressed in all black. Performances are often so intense that the operators become invisible to the audience. Stories tell of love and or suicide. Other stories are about the joys and sorrows of the merchant classes or about the duty to the emperor. And though Bunraku evolved for the common people, it has become very expensive to produce and attend. Despite this, Bunraku does continue to thrive, not as much as Kabuki. Simply for that reason, it's become very expensive. There's not many people who are still trained in that craft of designing and operating Bunraku puppets. So even though Kabuki is still very expensive as well, it's had much more of a lasting appeal. And there's still many in Japan who still practice this form. So again, there's two videos down here, another crash course video, which actually might be the same one. In fact, it might cover Kabuki and Bunraku. But then there's a separate video here that is it's not very long, but it's a performance. It's a Bunraku performance. So I think this is be very beneficial to you just to see how this is performed. Okay, so that's it for Asian theater. Basically, that's all we're going to cover for right now. I am going to try and put up another video about French neoclassicism, hopefully by the end of this week, by Sunday, and that'll also coincide with our talking about Tartuffe by Moliere, and that was written during the French neoclassicist period. All right, so again, thank you so much. Hopefully I'll have mastered this a bit more by the end of the week. Let me go back to my video here. There we go. Okay, back to video. All right, so yeah, hopefully I'll have mastered this a bit more by the second video. Anyway, I hope all of you stay safe and healthy, and I will be reaching out soon. Take care.